So another animator recently spoke out in regards to some of the problems that a lot of these animators and a lot of these studios are dealing with making anime. And a lot of this honestly leads me to believe exactly why a lot of anime these years have been just basically 12 episode series. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of different reasons. There's not just one reason, there's a lot. But another reason I think that this animator really cut clear why we're only getting 12 episode animes mainly, and if we're lucky it'll get like 24, but majority of anime are 12 episodes, and a lot of anime don't look, up to snuff. Like, you look at some anime and you're like, what the hell is going on with the quality here? This animator kind of broke it down what's going on. Now, before anybody comes in with, it's because all anime is shit and your waifu is trash. That may be so, but let's read this article. There aren't enough of us to handle all of these shows. 70. Add up all the anime shows airing this season, including continuing series and shorts, and you get pretty close to that number. A number so high it caused one animator to go on a tweeting spree about how there simply aren't enough animators to do the job. That animator is Mai Matsuda, who, aside from working as a key animator on dozens of series, was a chief animation director on Food Wars and the character designer on King of Prism. Matsuda broke down the numbers, writing that to do even 40 shows, which have about 300 shots per episode, mind you that's just key animation, totals 12,000 shots. If you ask each keyframer to do 30 shots, that means you need 400 animators. That doesn't include openings, endings, or theatrical films, much less getting a head start on the next season, she added in another tweet. The animator continued by saying she'd like to see those in charge reconsider the number of series being made, considering the huge gap now between what's being planned and the actual manpower available. She offered one potential solution: for more studios to hire their own dedicated animation staff rather than relying on freelancers. That's a practice followed by some of the industry's most respected studios, including folks like Kyoto Animation, and one that professionals from across the industry have been calling on more studios to take up. Otherwise, warns Matsuda, some series may simply crash and burn. So essentially, this right here is yet again another reason why anime a lot of the times aren't looking good. Don't get me wrong, we have the shows like the Sword Art Online and the ReZeros, which those people, they're getting the whip cracked on them to make those series look as good as they do. Like, you think that it's easy? Hells no. Some of these people, they're killing themselves. Literally, they're committing suicide because they can't take the work pressure. So the people that are doing these amazing shows that look absolutely incredible, they're going through hell. But on top of that, a lot of these shows that they look like shit is because they simply don't have enough people to do it. So they're actually in desperate need of animators, and a lot of these studios, which is a huge mistake, they don't have their own personal in-house staff to do this. They actually rely on a lot of people to come in and like, hey, can you do this? Or hey, can we send you guys this and you guys work on this? Which is really shitty. And to be honest with you, yet again, this is another prime example of something that needs to change in the anime making industry, because this is no good. Like, you have all these shows and you have so small amount of people and they have to get all this work done, and that's gonna make the product look like shit. That's gonna make everything rush. That's gonna make us get less of what we want because there's not enough people. And a lot of these studios need to realize they need to have people on a constant payroll and keep them there so that way they could keep going. But then of course there's a problem that anime isn't what it used to be. As far as in Japan, it doesn't make like it used to. That's why they have to cater to different audiences, and there's so many problems that I've listed in many different videos beforehand. But yeah, one of the main problems right now that this animator broke down, which is insane, is that there's too many shows for them to work on. There's too many shows and not enough people. What do you guys think about this? First of all, what do you think is any possible solution other than the fact of what I just mentioned, that yeah, they need to have in-house staff themselves? Do you think that maybe they can outsource to different countries? I mean, I've heard of some anime studios actually sending stuff out to different countries. I think like China or maybe Korea, something like that, to get stuff done as well. Like, do you think that's the solution? Do you think that maybe they should cut down on the amount of shows and work harder on others? Or what is your take on that and your overall thoughts of this? To be honest with you, I'm kind of shocked that this woman said all this on Twitter. So either A, I'm assuming that something big happened where maybe she lost one of her jobs as far as being an animator, because it said former director of the anime show Shokugeki no Soma, and that's why she went on this tirade. Or if she didn't, because in case you don't know how Japan is, this is probably career suicide for her, because like, if you speak out against companies or you list problems that they have, a lot of times right there, that could be the black ball and you'll never get another job again. So I'm kind of shocked that this actually came out, and I wouldn't be surprised if right now her career is on a fast decline for speaking the truth. And that's that's a shame, because speaking the truth in Japan for things like this can be a crime, basically, essentially, as far as like your career goes. Like, it could be just like that for some of the things she said. Any overall thoughts about all this? But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and stalk my Facebook to get more when the video ends. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.